you! Don't watch that! Watch this! This is the heavy monster sound! The nuts...
Today we're looking at matrices, and this video would be a simple overview on what a matrix is, the size or the order of a matrix, and how to add and subtract matrices. Alright, so a matrix is an array of numbers. As you can see here, it's made up of rows and columns. Now, rows go across, so rows are what we say horizontal, and columns, well, columns, they go down or vertical. So rows go across and columns, they go down. Alright, so here we have different matrices. All of these are matrices. The plural for matrix is matrices. One matrix, many matrices. Okay, and here we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different matrices. Now each matrix has a size or an order, and that size or order is dependent on how many rows and how many columns the matrix has. So for instance, this first matrix here, we have this is a row, so let's call this row 1. This is another row, let's call this row 2. So this matrix has 2 rows, one at the top, one at the bottom. How many columns? Well, the columns are coming down vertically. It has one column here, another column here, and another column here. So this matrix has 2 rows and 3 columns. So the size of this matrix will be a 2 by 3. So where the first number comes from the number of rows, the second number comes from the number of columns. So this matrix is a 2 by 3 matrix. If you look at this one here, this has how many rows? Well, it has first row here at the top, and again a second row here at the bottom. How many columns? Well, it just has one column. So therefore this this matrix, sorry, its size will be a 2 by 1. So this matrix is a 2 by 1 matrix. How about this one down here? Well, this has one row going across, so we have just one row, but how many columns? Well, we have one column here, we have another column here, and another column here. So we have one row and 3 columns. So the size of this matrix, this is a 1 by 3 matrix. Okay, we're now on this one. How many rows? I want you to guess. 1, 2, 3 rows. How many columns? 1, 2. So this would be a 3 by 2 matrix. And this last one, I always like to put in my classes to trick students, but usually most often than not they get it. The order of this one, the size of this matrix, this is a 1 by 1 matrix. It has one row and one column. And that's the way how you can tell, identify, state the size of a matrix. Now, we're going to look at adding and subtracting matrices, because the simple rule is you can only add and subtract matrices that have the same size or the same order. Okay, so we have 4 different matrices on the board. We have matrix A, matrix B, matrix C, and matrix D. Alright, let's go ahead and see if we can find the size or the order of each of these matrices. Alright, so for A, we have how many rows? I count about 1 and 2. Columns, we have 1 column. So this is a 2 by 1 matrix. For B, same, 2 rows, 1 column. So this is another 2 by 1 matrix. C, we have 1 row and 3 columns, so this is a 1 by 3 matrix. And D, this has 1 row and 3 columns, so this is also a 1 by 3 matrix. So when you're adding or subtracting matrices, you can only add or subtract them if they have the same order. So we can only add or subtract A and B, and we can only add or subtract C and D. We can't, for instance, we can't add A plus C because A has a 2 by 1 order and C has a 1 by 3. So this won't be able to work. So let me show you how you add matrices. So we can add matrix A and matrix B. Now matrix A is 2, 6, and your matrix B is 1, 4. And adding matrices is a lot like matching, so you just match the numbers or the elements in the same position. So we're going to match this 2, and that goes to the 1 because they both take the top position. So 2 plus 1 will give us 3, and 6 plus 4 will give us 10. Sorry for writing down on a hill, but as you can see, the answer, it has the same order as the 2 matrices before. So this has 2 rows and 1 column. Subtracting matrices goes the same way. So remember to make notes as we go along. Let's try to subtract matrix C from matrix D. So we have matrix D and we're subtracting C from it. Matrix D is 4, 1, 4, and the matrix C is 2, 3, 9. Whoops, sorry. 2, 3, 9. Again, the same way we are comparing the elements of the matrix. So I'm going to subtract 2 from this 4 because this is the first 2 in this matrix. This is the first element number in this matrix, and this is the first one in this one. So 4 minus 2 will give me 2. And then 1 subtract 3 will give me negative 2. And then 4 minus 9 will give me negative 5. And that's how you subtract and add matrices. You just got to make sure that they have the same order, and you can go ahead and do that.